Welcome to another episode of Emerging Emerge. We have with us a very special guest. His name is Tucker Walsh. He is an organizer of Constructing Consciousness gatherings. Tucker and I are on the invite team together at Emerge. Woohoo! And he is also making a manifesto film. So, Tucker, ready? We're going to go rapid fire questions. Get as much information as you in before it's over. Who are you and what are you doing at Emerge?
I am Tucker is a human emerging, and I'm excited to emerge and see what emergence of Tucker becomes at emergence at the Emerge gathering. Why I'm going is because last time I went in Austin, I had a very life-changing experience, and I deeply connected with so many people that I now consider my brothers and sisters. And I want to go back and continue to deepen those connections, create a sense of a global family, and also going to be putting on the Constructing Consciousness gathering that will be happening for 4 days prior to the Emerge conference.
What is Constructing Consciousness gatherings?
The Constructing Consciousness gatherings are they're kind of like that Thanksgiving family weekend experience that many people didn't get to have with their biological families. The way I think of them is like a honey hive, and we're calling all the bees home to the honey hive, and we can all just be together in the deliciousness of the honey and soaking in the nectar, and being with each other, co-creating, connecting on all the levels, connecting individually, connecting collectively, connecting cosmically, and just being in a sense of safety and trust and belonging, and seeing what co-creation wants to emerge as a collective and as individuals and as a whole that is also emerging simultaneously. And then those honeybees will leave the honey hive at the end of the gathering and go to the Emerge conference and pollinate all the 400 plus people that will be attending. And then that will continue to ripple out as people go back to their respective places.
Nice.
That's very sweet.
Sweet like honey.
Why is it important to gather in person?
Well, honestly, for me, it's more fun. I just enjoy it more. I tend to feel lit up physically, somatically, energetically. There's something about it that feels like deeply primal. I love hugging people. I love just, at the CC gathering, there were times where I would just cuddle with someone and they would put their hand on my chest. And it just felt like there was so much communication. There was so much learning. There was so much wisdom that was being directly experienced through human touch that Zoom, as beautiful of a technology as this is, lacks the ability to interact interpersonally in that way. So for me, it's just a more enjoyable experience, and we can come up with all sorts of complex answers as to why it's better neurologically or whatever from any lens that we want to. But at the end of the day, I enjoy it more often.
Nice. What are you bringing to Emerge?
Last time in Austin, I brought I wanted to show up and be humble and learn and be an apprentice, and to just really be of service in the little ways that I could. And this time I think I'm bringing a lot more of like creative possibilities. I'm really stepping up and taking a leadership role. I'm making a film that wants to be presented at the start of the gathering for everyone that's there. I'm putting on an entire 4-day gathering before the main conference. I'm inviting people from all over the world and weaving my different networks together. So it really feels like there's a stepping up into a leadership role that I don't know. It's not like I was planning to do that or something. It's not like I necessarily even wanted to do that. It's just kind of where the wave has taken me.
Nice.
And what are you hoping will happen at Emerge?
I had this definition for home, which is home is the feeling that there's no place in the entire universe I'd rather be than right here, right now. And I just want everyone that goes to feel at home in some way. Maybe it'll still feel uncomfortable at times, maybe even frustrating, maybe even disappointing. But if people can have even just little glimpses of feeling at home in that way that I've described, I feel like that's so deeply healing and nourishing for the soul and the heart and the body and the mind to be stimulated and to feel like, oh, I feel like I can connect in ways that I can connect here, in ways that I can't, in other places. And so, yeah, a sense of a homecoming, individually and collectively, as a network or a tribe or a family, however you want to describe it.
I love it. And also, what happens thereafter? Like, what'll be different after Emerge?
How are we different after Emerge?
What'll be different after everyone's come home?
Well, I think that's the beautiful part, is that we won't know. And even in the moment, it's hard to know how is life differentiating itself from the previous moment. It's like, just in a way, it's just this ever-present unfolding. And so, yeah, I want I mean, my life has radically changed in many ways since a year ago when I was in Austin. And a lot of the main projects that I'm working on, a lot of the people that I'm deeply collaborating with, are people that I either met in Austin or I connected with on a more deep level. And so I don't think I want to predict how it could be different. I just want to trust that it will absolutely be different, and to look back in sort of amazement and to think, wow, like that experience, those few days in Toronto created this whole fractal of infinite possibilities that weren't even conceivable in consciousness prior to that happening.
Nice.
All right.
Hmm?
I think it's up to me with the final question. Oh no, we got one more.
Do you know, and if so, what is the impact that you're here on Earth to make?
Well, I like to feel into that as a metaphor. And so the lighthouse metaphor is a soul image that has come to me and through a lot of vision quest work. And to me, a lighthouse it's both very grounded in the earth, and it's also connected transcendently with spirit. And it's like beaming down the light into the heart and out. And it's guiding those who feel lost at sea home to what I call the island within, which is from, I believe, Thich Nhat Hanh coined that. And it's sort of this inner island of spacious awareness, of loving awareness. And that can be both a concrete lighthouse where people actually come and they feel connected in a community and connected with the land, and they have that sense of feeling like literally at home in a physical home. It can be in a subtle way of calling in our different psychological parts, or calling in our soul, or calling in aspects of traumatic experiences that want to be integrated back into wholeness. And then it can also happen societally, of calling in a new story, a new vision for the world, a new emergence that wants to unfold. And so it's kind of a holonic metaphor that goes all the way up and down. And to me, I want to just, as best as I can, embody that lighthouse within myself, and to create projects that allow others to feel guided home.
What is your favorite tree?
So I just moved to Boulder, Colorado 3 weeks ago, and right down around the corner from my house, there's this tree that is like, it would probably take 5 people to hug it. It's fucking massive. It's incredible. I don't know how many hundreds of years old it is. And I don't know what type of tree it is, but it's my favorite tree right now. Actually, my grandma just passed away a couple of days ago, and I was walking past it the other day, and I was like, that's a grandmother tree right there. That's a big mama. And my grandma was a big grandmama. Yeah, so that's my grandmother tree is my favorite tree right now.
Nice.